Hey yo, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another chill reaction, man. And tonight we got 10 most insane natural phenomena caught on camera. Look, our mother is really beautiful and really dangerous at the same time. I'm talking about Mother Earth, you know? And of course, we definitely influence Earth for the past like maybe 100 years. You know, but it's always been like that. So let's check out the 10 most insane natural phenomena caught on camera by interesting facts. So yeah, before we get into this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, even if you hate it, even if you love it. Make sure to support your boy, man. Either way. So yeah, let's get straight to it.
If you're in awe over seeing natural disasters, there's hailstorms, volcanoes, avalanches,
Yep.
and lots of other scary and powerful natural forces in today's video.
Of
And
course.
sometimes a lucky person captures some amazing footage of nature acting crazy. And we bet you've not seen some of these before. So now get ready to check out these natural disasters caught on camera. Landslides can be triggered by heavy rains, droughts, earthquakes, and even volcanic eruptions. But of all
Landslides
these
are always
things, heavy
scary, man.
rainfall is the
They're
main
always
cause.
scary.
And on June 3rd, 2020, a huge landslide in Norway was caught on film as a giant
Bro, there
chunk
are
of land,
houses
roughly
on it.
24 acres, with houses
Did he say
sitting on
2020?
film as a giant 2020, a huge landslide
Yeah.
in Norway was caught on film as a giant chunk of land, roughly 24 acres with
No one
houses
was
sitting
injured,
on
though.
top, broke away
That's
from the
good.
land and started sliding into the Norway Sea, where
Jesus,
it
there
eventually
are
sank below
houses
the
on
water
there.
and left nothing behind but mass devastation. Just imagine if it was you watching your house and all
Look
your
at the
property
house
wash away
floating
into the
in
sea.
the water.
A landslide in Malaysia
Wow.
was captured on film back in 1993. Although the footage isn't that great for the time, you can see how scary it can be when massive chunks of land suddenly come loose and collapse with incredible force.
Yeah, truly scary, man.
Sometimes hailstorms are tiny ice pellets, but other times, hail can be as large as softballs.
This
What
is gigantic. They're just falling from the sky. Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Like the ones that fell
Jesus.
during a storm in Texas on April 11th, 2020. Giant ice balls from the sky smashed cars.
This is as well in 2020. Man, 2020 was a crazy year. Crazy year. I mean, we had everybody knows. I mean, this is the third, and 2 out of the 3 were from last year. What the hell?
Car windshields, damaged houses, and shattered windows in buildings. But what happened in Guadalajara, Mexico shocked everyone when they woke up on June 30th, 2019. A massive hailstorm left almost 5 feet of ice in some
That's
parts of the
from
city
hail?
that trapped cars and damaged hundreds of homes. A tractor trailer can be seen driving through a parking lot halfway covered from 4 to 5 feet of icy hail. No one would think there would be hail in the most beautiful desert in Mexico, but what was special
In
about this
Mexico.
storm was its intensity and the huge amount of hail it left behind. There is a natural phenomena called the Beacon of Maracaibo, or Catatumbo lightning in Venezuela, and some call it the everlasting storm. It might sound
I
like an
wish we could do that.
exaggeration about a storm that never ends, but where the Catatumbo River meets Lake Maracaibo, the night skies are lit up 9 hours straight with the most amazing lightning storms you have ever seen.
That's
In
beautiful.
fact, there is an average of 260
Is that
storms
real?
here every year. It holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the highest amount of lightning with 250 flashes per square meter each year. And during the month of October,
Jesus.
you can catch an average of 28 lightning flashes per minute. And those flashes can be seen from 250 miles away. Just be careful not to
Damn.
get too close or you and your camera equipment will get fried.
That looked good. Jesus.
October of
That looks
2017,
beautiful, though.
someone in Norway with a camera caught an avalanche as it began at the top of the mountain. In the beginning of the video, it doesn't
Snow
seem
avalanche.
quite as big, but then the speed of the snow intensifies.
Why
About
are
a
you
minute
staying
into the
there,
filming,
man?
everything looks calm as the huge avalanche of snow
Let's be honest. If you were there and you saw that coming your way, would you stay there? I'm sure I wouldn't, man. I mean, yeah.
falls into a gully. But just 10 seconds later, the powerful blast of snow can be seen coming up the side of the mountain. Powder snow avalanches like this one can reach speeds of 190 miles per hour and can have a like this one can reach
Excuse
speeds
me?
of 190 miles per hour and
300
can have a
kilometers
mass
per
of over
hour.
10 million tons traveling long distances
10 million?
and even uphill for short distances. Sometimes avalanches are purposefully triggered with explosives, like in this clip of one of the biggest avalanches ever caught on film.
Yeah, but
Just
this is
imagine
control.
being in the way of this monster. Mother Nature can get really tough when it comes to floods. Just
Yeah.
recently, heavy rains hit areas of eastern Libya, causing landslides and massive flooding. In
That
videos
looks-
captured by residents in
Yeah.
the country, huge rivers of muddy water can be seen carrying cars down the road. Many parts of the city were underwater, and the floods did millions of dollars worth of damage to houses and the public infrastructure. Not to mention, some people's cars were washed away for good. Just recently, in November 2020,
Look
Italy
at
has been
that.
hit with severe floods that opened up big
Italy.
sinkholes in the ground, and a huge lake of water and intense rain pounded the country. Many streets were so badly flooded in cities that cars were almost completely
Look at the power of that water. Look at the power of that water. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be near
completely
there.
covered in water. Massive rivers were overflowing their banks, sweeping away cars and
God.
entire houses and buildings. These powerful weather phenomena can wipe out anything in their path and usually have winds that reach well over 100 miles per hour. Typhoon Vamco, or known in the Philippines as Ulysses, was a powerful Category 4 typhoon that made landfall on November 11, 2020. It
2020
caused
again?
the most damage ever seen
What the
and
fuck?
some of the worst flooding since
What a year.
2009.
What a year.
But there was an even more powerful typhoon named Goni, a tropical cyclone that made landfall as a Category 5 super typhoon in the Philippines. It kept its Category 5 strength for an entire day, with 10-minute sustained winds of 140 miles per hour, and had 1 minute of sustained winds of 195 miles per hour. It was the strongest and most
Jesus.
intense super typhoon ever recorded. Typhoon
Wow.
Maggie was also in the Philippines and did damage to Taiwan and eastern China in 2016. It left 3.89 million people without power, making the second worst blackout in history. The massive storm did millions of dollars worth of damage, ripping trees right out of the ground and smashing cars and power lines. So before visiting Philippines, make sure to check the weather ahead of time. Just so you know, the Philippines hold third in the most dangerous places on Earth due to natural disasters happening there.
Yeah.
We bet you've
I've
never even
about
heard of this
Philippines
crazy
and-
weather phenomenon before. The island of Kauai, Hawaii in 2018
Hawaii?
got pounded with 519 inches of rain in just 1 year, and 50 inches in just 24 hours from what the climate guys call a
Look
rain
at
bomb.
this.
Looking at the footage and photos of these weather phenomena make you think
Those
of
are
a
real?
nuclear bomb. There was massive flooding
Yeah.
and houses went partially underwater as the floodwaters turned orange from the high content of iron in the volcanic soil. Tornadoes are scary, and it turns
High voltage of iron in the volcanic soil. What the hell does that even mean? That just means get out of there.
high content of iron in the volcanic soil.
Wow.
Tornadoes are scary, and it turns out they have a sister called waterspouts, which is a column of rotating cloud-filled wind which can touch down on an ocean or a lake. They usually aren't powerful enough to cause serious damage since they are so far from land. But sometimes they can damage homes, as this double waterspout formation did in Thailand in 2019. They look
19.
scary yet beautiful.
Okay.
If you want to see them in real
Yeah,
life,
it is
you can visit
beautiful, man.
Thailand because
You don't wanna be
waterspouts
near there.
usually form nearly 50 times a year here. Sometimes waterspouts can be
Wait,
huge.
what
Really
did
form
it
nearly.
say?
If you want to see them in real life, you can visit Thailand because waterspouts usually form nearly 50 times a year here.
50
Sometimes
times a
waterspouts
year.
can be huge, like this one captured on October 21st, 2020 in Rhodes, Greece. Residents say
2020 in Rhodes, Greece. I live in Athens, Greece. I didn't even hear about that. I live in Greece. Last year that happened in Rhodes.
and
Jesus.
tourists were stunned as they watched the massive waterspouts twist their way towards the islands. A total of 4 waterspouts formed, and some of them reached a main street and caused damage to local businesses. And one of the waterspouts was said to lift boats and throw them across the shore. Wildfires are one of the most destructive forces of nature known to man. But most of the time, wildfires
gonna
are
talk
small
about
and
the
put out in a couple
California
of days.
fires.
But when you see this footage of the recent wildfires in California,
Yeah.
you'll be shocked. As of the
In
making of this
2020.
video, almost 4,400,000 acres have burned.
Oh my gosh, so hard to see. There's fire everywhere.
That's 26% of the state's 104 million acres of land.
Yeah,
The
that's
state has been
wow.
battling 367 known fires since August 2020. No one is 100% sure how all these fires got started, but January and February were some of the
How could
driest
you know?
months of any calendar year on record. And 2020 is now the largest wildfire season recorded in history.
Yeah.
Lots of apocalyptic
I
footage
remember
has
that.
been captured of entire mountainsides glowing red from the devastating fires. The fires are so massive that satellite images show patches of thick brown and orange smoke for miles over California and Oregon. We bet some of you would like to visit an active volcano, but they
Hell
are more
no.
powerful than you know.
Hell no.
And what if you were close to one when it decided to suddenly erupt? The
Nope.
volcano Anak Krakatoa
Nope.
formed back on December 29, 1927, and since then there has been some eruptive
1927,
activity at the
okay.
volcano.
It's not in 2020
On
at
October
least.
17, 2018, a
18.
small lateral blast exploded from the top side of the volcano, sending plumes of ash into the air as red-hot chunks of lava and rock rolled down the side. 2 months later, the volcano would erupt again, this time collapsing almost completely and creating an undersea landslide that created a tsunami that struck 194 miles of coastline with waves that were 44 feet high in some places.
Wow.
But it's not the only volcanic activity happening in the world. On May 4th, 2018, a 6.9 magnitude earthquake hit Hawaii on Kilaue's volcano's East Rift Zone.
I
By May
remember
24th,
that.
24
Yeah,
fissures
that
erupted,
clip, exactly,
pouring out
that
hot
clip.
red lava
I remember
that
watching that.
crawled across the land to the ocean, leaving behind
Wow.
millions of dollars worth of devastation. That's all we have for now, folks. We'd love to have you as a regular part of the channel, where we're
Yep.
always trying to share with you the coolest and most interesting stuff. Thanks for
Jesus
watching.
Christ. Look. Okay. Support Interesting Facts, man. It's a great channel. It's a great channel. I really love their content, you know. And support me. Support me. Support my content. Support your boy. Like I always say. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that shit. But before I finish this video, I want to tell y'all, look, Mother Earth is scary, but we gotta protect her, at least not destroy her more, you know? But yeah, that was great. So many things in 2020 happened. Damn. But yeah, until the next one, man, make sure to stay chillin', stay safe, stay calm, and yeah, peace.